Welcome back and thank you for joining us. It's time to open the phone lines. Do well to call us in so we can have this conversation this morning. And this morning we turn our attention to a problem that continues to plague Nigeria's education system, the rising examination malpractice. Examination malpractice is unfortunately not new in Nigeria. For decades, students, teachers, and even some officials have resorted to cheating in order to secure academic success. From leaking of exam questions to impersonation, the integrity of Nigeria examinations has long been under threat. Now, recent data paints a worrying picture. Between 2023 and 2025, the West African Examinations Council, WAEC, and the National Examination Council, NECO, recorded thousands of malpractice cases. Now, in 2023 alone, NECO reported over 15,000 cases of cheating during its senior secondary school exams, while WAEC documented approximately 12,500 cases. By 2024, both councils saw increases, with NECO reporting around 17,800 cases and WAEC over 14,000. Now, in 2025, the figures worsened, with NECO recording nearly 20,000 incidences and WAEC confirming over 16,000 cases, signaling that the menace shows no signs of abating. And today we ask the hard question: who is to blame? Is it the students, the parents, the teachers, examination bodies, or the education system itself? We want to hear from you. Call in and share your views, and let's discuss why malpractice continue to thrive and what can be done to stem this growing threat to our academic future. The numbers are displayed on your screen. Call us in. You can also send in a WhatsApp message. Let's have this conversation. Hauwa, while we were on break, we're talking about examination malpractice, and you were asking me who is to be blamed. I think everybody is to be blamed. But before we continue the conversation, we have our first caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, Maimuna Bagudu. Good morning, Hauwa. Good morning, Trust TV family. Good morning, Abuja. Good morning, Nigeria. Good morning,
Good morning, Shatima. Thank you for calling in this morning. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Honestly speaking, the blame on examination malpractice. Parents have to be blamed. Students themselves have to be blamed. Teachers have their own share. The body that is conducting the examination is also have to blame, and the authority, like the government. I can remember during our time when the government was serious to have a qualitative, to make sure that people have qualitative education. There was a law which will sentence you to 14 years imprisonment if you have been caught with examination malpractice. I can tell you, we are the perfect to handle the question paper of junior work that today they are writing. At that time, when we were writing that junior work, I can remember a Black Maria was stationed in the front of the hall, at the gate of the hall that we were writing examination. Police and examiners, supervisors, they have been going around on us. If you turn your back, they have to caution you. They have to ask you to wake up and search you. It's a pity today. A father will go to the school authority to connive with bad teachers to collect a question paper for the examination, to leak it out for his, for his own son. All what is required for his son to pass. He doesn't care for the quality of the education that the boy will receive. There was a slogan that we are using when we are students. It's more honorable to pay It's more honorable to pay than to cheat. You know, Maimuna, there is joy if you pass the examination with your effort, with your hard work. But honestly speaking, if you make a cheating to pass your examination, when the result comes out and you pass, there is no that joy. That joy is not there. Why? Because deep inside you, you know that you have cheated. So honestly speaking, this examination malpractice and other things is killing the quality of education in this country. And that's the reason why we are experiencing all this hardship, all this backwardness in the administration of our country. Allow the system to pass through you as you pass through the system. That is why you can stand with all challenges that face you in life. When you give somebody a hard training, how do you think he will contribute towards the development of the nation? We have to wake up honestly speaking. We have to revive the system of education. We have to bring back that law that punish anybody that's involved in examination malpractice. Because it was the country that will face the consequences. It's a pity today. Maimuna and Hauwa, I was opportune to be a employment officer in the Bagudu Civil Service Commission. Honestly speaking, you will surprise. A graduate cannot write a standard application for employment. I would say so many cases. So honestly speaking, we have to wake up and do something if at all we want to see the advancement of this country, which is our main goal. That is our target. To have a standard nation whereby our generation upcoming, they will have a good country with a smooth administration. And this one have to be with a qualitative education. In the absence of qualitative education, this is a mere dream. It cannot be a reality. And so I'm calling for the government and the teachers and the parents alike to encourage our young ones, our children, so that they should be serious in education. These leakage and other examination that have to be way. So you should make it a reality. We are hoping and praying for Almighty Allah to sanitize the quality of our education for the advancement of our country. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you, Shetima Yakudima, for calling in and joining the conversation. Now back to you,
I would like to say something that when we have in our society that we have our morals being corrupted from the get-go, and it has been ingrained, you know, in the fiber of our being, the fiber of our society, then that would generate normalizing what is wrong. Now, from home, if you are not cautioned, if you're not taught that examination malpractice is wrong and it is being done by those that are supposed to teach you morals and values, then it is nothing. It is not seen as anything. That transitions into you going to school. When it's time for you to write examinations, you are expecting to conduct examination malpractice, which comes to the teachers that are in school that are supposed to join forces with the supervisors that do come to supervise the students while writing examinations. That in itself as well, I would say greed would put that and push, because obviously you would have to pay for you to be able to do that examination malpractice. But we have,
I think we have Adi on the line.
Yes.
Hello, good morning, Adi.
Good morning.
Oh, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Jeremiah from Kogi.
Thank you for calling in. Go ahead.
What I see in some of practice is that I am a fellow speaking now, I'm a student. Now, exam malpractice, I think we should blame the teachers. And apparently, what happens is that while they doing the exam malpractice is that they are all about maybe what they're supposed to teach, they won't teach. So they're not thinking that okay, in this area, let them test their students out. But that is not the issue. We are often problems to students. The first problem is because when they get to university, there's no exam malpractice in university. Let's sincere to ourselves. I think we should bring the teachers one more time. Thank you so much.
Thank you for calling in and joining the
much
conversation.
for that.
I want to add that when it comes to exam malpractice, everybody is to be blamed, starting from the student. As a student, you should understand that the reason why you're in school in the first place is to better yourself as an individual,
Is
to
to
start
learn.
with, is to learn. And when you engage into examination malpractice, it continues right from, let's say, your secondary school down to your university, and then any other thing you want to do in life, you're used to cheating already. For the parents, a lot of parents,
a precedent for how
Absolutely
your life would be conducted,
yes.
how your future would be,
Absolutely.
and the morals and values you would take serious or not.
Absolutely.
Right,
Before I
let's
continue,
take
we
our
have
next
another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Good morning, Bagudu. You were late yesterday. I'm going to subtract 20 naira from your salary.
Sincere apologies. Good morning. Thank you for calling in.
Hauwa,
Good morning.
baby face. Good morning. How are you people?
Well, very
Good
well.
morning.
Thank you.
Thank
Please
you for
kindly go
joining us.
ahead.
Sincerely speaking, very wonderful topic. I want to appreciate Daybreak, the officer in charge or the man in charge that has been bringing this laudable topic for us to be able to expound upon. Yes, sincerely speaking, what is knowledge? Knowledge is power. And when you break down knowledge, it is in 3 segments. The KNOW stands for the ability for you to know the things around you. Then the L in between the knowledge and in between the know and the edge stands for learning. Then the H, which is EDGE, once you have an edge over somebody, you have an advantage. For instance, if I know something now, I'm traveling to Makurdi. Then, as I'm going, I'm learning the road, and I have an advantage over somebody that has not been privy to passing through that road. Now, what is information? Information is security, and information is protection. Why am I bringing all this on ground? It's because the rising malpractice in exam is rampant. Hauwa, you have to be blamed. Bagudu, you have to be blamed. I'm to be blamed. Shetima is to be blamed. Ade is to be blamed. It's a collective thing. Until I keep on saying it, until we go back to the drawing board. If not, there are a lot of parents, they buy forged certificates. If you go to the military today, there are forged certificates. You go to the police, there are forged certificates. And if you remember, the president, one of his cabinet minister, had a forged certificate. He has to be forced out. So what are we talking about? Until we go back to the drawing board. Okay, what has been done to those? I think from this your television program, I watched, they said a lot of people are having, that they are going to arrest them. Have they done anything? No! There is no probity, no transparency. I want to add this. Life is shaped by thoughts. What are our thoughts? Life is politics. So we continue to do politics with everything. Everything around us, we politicize it. Your life can preach a better sermon. For me now, you have not seen me, but there are sermons that I preach on the TV, and if you listen to it attentively and you buy them, it is wisdom, it is knowledge. And that is why God asks us, we cannot get wisdom free until we pray over it, and then He will give us. But knowledge, you can buy it, but wisdom, you cannot buy it in the market. These are the things we really need to double into. Through your conduct, integrity, policies, sincerity, high moral standard has eluded us because we have mortgaged ourselves, we have so demeaned ourselves, bringing ourselves down to the things that we're not supposed to be doing. How can a parent go and sponsor his or her child for him to pass SSCE? He will go and bribe teacher. And teachers also have to be blamed, principals, because they want to say, my school got the highest JAM result. They became the best. And some governors also do it. So this thing is a collective blame of everybody. Yes, accountability. We must be accountable. And our leaders too, they must be accounted for. If we cannot be accountable for God, will account for us. There is death, and everybody must pay that supreme price. And we must one day, we must be judged. You are doing good, you are doing bad, you must pay the price. For instance, if a thief now comes continually stealing, 99 days, one day is for the thief. So for those who are stealing government money, continue one day. I remember there's one president, he has died now, all his money in Saudi Arabia in different places. Now the money is coming back to Nigeria. Trust TV, sincerely speaking, I want to appreciate you people. You people are just doing the wonderful, I don't know why Nigerian, this board that is responsible in giving award, I don't know, they are not putting their searchlight towards Trust TV. I don't watch any other television station other than Trust TV because people are trusted. And apart from that, I go to CNN and I watch what is happening overseas. Now look at, they are to deport Nigerians because of what? Crime and criminalities. Look at, is it not a shameful thing for Nigerians to be dishuman? Followership, we cause problem for ourselves. Hush Puppy, he was having over 300 followers. That criminal that was based in Dubai until FBI went and arrested him. So what are we thinking? Our security forces are trying, but we want to see the light in them. Thank you, Trust TV. God bless you.
Thank you for calling in and joining the conversation. Now, for parents who enroll their words into miracle centers. I remember back then when we were preparing to write our WAEC and our NECO.
Be a center or centers.
Yes, there are centers
that are called miracle
especially made
centers
for that. Yes,
for people to have that knowledge, for it to be out in the open, for it to be a business venture.
And nothing has been done up till now. I remember back then when we were preparing for our WAEC and NECO, we had like few students who left school. Their parents enrolled them into this miracle center. And now these are issues that we see when it comes to our educational system in Nigeria. Parents are to be blamed, the students are to be blamed. The fact that, the pressure for them to pass their exams and come out with good grades. But then if you notice this time around, I think students are a bit lazy to read. Why? Because the social media is there, it distracts them. From a whole lot of things for them to concentrate.
Because they feel they have an alternative in passing, alternative way of passing their examinations. Now, if they did not have that, they would have sat down and put their heads in their books and read and studied well as I believe that some teachers as well, they don't do the needful in making sure that they do deliver all the necessary knowledge, the education to their students. So when time comes for examination, then they fret because, okay, how can my students pass if they don't have the knowledge they're supposed to have?
Absolutely. We have another caller on the line. Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from? Good morning. Can you turn down the audio of your TV set so we can hear you clearly?
Okay, Jeremiah, thank you for calling back.
Thank you for calling in. Please, as the rule, as... All right,
so we
Jeremiah,
can't
I
hear
think
you
we'd have
clearly.
to let the call go. Please kindly call us back. We can hear you clearly. Thank you.
Yes. Now, looking aside from the students, then the parents and the teachers, we have supervisors that do go to these centers, having to stand or watch students commit malpractice freely on your conscience. That's quite different for you to even fathom.
Most of these supervisors and invigilators have been sorted out by the students or their parents, and that is why you see that sometimes these students have access to the question, or rather, the questions paper before the exams, and then you wonder.
All right. I would wonder at that time, how do they get access to that? But we'll get back to that. Let's take our next caller.
Hello, good morning. Thank you for calling in. What's your name and where are you calling from? Good morning. Thank you for calling in. Please go ahead. But first, turn down the audio of your TV set, please. Please turn down the volume of your TV set so we can hear you clearly.
Hello, can you hear me now?
Yes, we can. Please go ahead.
Okay. I am very happy to hear this topic of today. The problem, nobody should blame any teacher or student. The fault is from the government because they are not telling the teachers well. So everybody is using what is up to get what is wrong. I don't know if you understand. Because I think if they are paying the teachers well, there will be nothing like all this malpractice. You understand? I am a student. So during exams, sometimes they do pay extra money. That is why all these things are happening. You understand? I think if the government is paying the workers well, the teachers, there will be no malpractice. So that is my own contribution. Nobody should blame any teacher from the government.
All right, thank you for calling in.
They will not pay your salary immediately. And the salary is money. So that's my own contribution.
All right, thank you for calling in and joining the conversation.
One thing I would like to say, and to every Nigerian, is we should try as much as possible not to be part of the problem, but part of the solution. Because if we do allow ourselves to be part of the problem, no matter what it is or what the situation, what is wrong is wrong, and what is right is right. We have to open our eyes and wake up from our slumber, because if we do put excuses, then at the end of the day, there's no way that we can fix the issues bedeviling Nigeria.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Hauwa, for adding that. Let's take some WhatsApp messages. We have some couple of WhatsApp messages. Take this one from Osman Gadu. He's sending this one in from Maiduguri. He says, hello, good morning to all Trust TV staff. Good morning, Nigerians. I blame no one except the system, because malpractice is what is being in all the systems across all sectors. For example, maneuver yourself, to rig elections, to loot the state treasury, to twist the judiciary. I mean, it's all over. So that's what the students have emulated from entire system. I don't blame them. Thanks. Thank you for sending in your message.
All right, next up we have a message from Nandi Bete from Ogoja. He says, good morning, Trust TV. Examination malpractice is thriving and persistent because of the active involvement of parents, teachers and students. Unfortunately, like election rigging, examination malpractice is an evil wind that is blowing this country no good. It is producing fake graduates and charlatans who pretend to be what they are not, because they don't merit the certificates they parade. Unless strict measures are taken to curb the menace, our educational system will continue to remain a sham. Thank you very much, Nandi Bete, for that.
I have another message from Adamu Mohammed Usman, and he's sending this one in from Kafin Hausa in Jigawa State. It says, good morning, Nigerians. Exam malpractice is one of the major factors of falling standard of education in Nigeria. This concept of malpractice is a broad one, which every segment in the system has a portion of blame: the parents, the school, the exams body, the society and media, and the law enforcement agencies. Parents need to do their homework in the initial place to train and inculcate sound and good moral attitudes to their ward or child, with a strong putting fear of Allah in their minds. The schools should checkmate their teachers and the activities of educational aspects, especially the exams. The exams bodies should fear God and be very confident in their work. Society and the media also play a vital role in aiding that menace, so parents and schools should be very vigilant on that areas. Law enforcement agencies should come up with their templates on anyone apprehended and hand over to them with such act of exam malpractice to be taken a very harsh and decisive action on the miscreants to serve as a deterrent to others. All hand must be on deck to fight this menace. May Allah help us. Thank you, Adamu Mohammed, for sending in your message this morning.
All right, we have a message from Usman Santara Kibeti from Jamaica, Nyola. He says, good morning, Hauwa, Kiyawa, Maimuna, Bagudu this Wednesday morning. The topic on the 2025 nuclear result, rising malpractice, who's to blame? While without much wasting time, we have to hit the topic that parents are to be blamed, as well as some unscrupulous teachers, for parents' desire to see that their wards get through the examination, go to any length by compromising the necessary needs in order for their children to get good results, to accentuate getting into tertiary institutions. On the other hand, some teachers, in order to have money in their pockets, go outside the normal norms in the conduct of examination, thereby compromising the 2025 NECO examination on one hand and denting the image of the board responsible for conducting the examination. May God help Nigeria, and thank you. All right, thank you very much for that.
Okay, that's all for the WhatsApp message, or rather the segment. Thank you to everyone who called in to join the conversation this morning, and to those who also sent in their WhatsApp messages. Let's try as much as possible to know that what is wrong and what is right is right. We'll take a short breather now, and when we come back, we'll dive into a discussion segment. And still on the same topic this morning, we'll be discussing the 2025 NECO results. We'll be analyzing the performances and the emerging concerns as well. We'll be right back shortly.